Hello, guess who? That's right, it's Colton. Thank you for coming back to listen. This is the Mile 17 podcast. This is Coffee with Colt. Got my coffee. We got our New York City mug. It's one of my favorite mugs because I love New York City. I really, really do. This cup is amazing. It has like literally everything on it from the Empire State Building, Times Square, the Statue of Liberty, Broadway. Oh my God, we saw our first Broadway shows in 2023. Love it. It's great. Anyways, thank you for coming back this morning to hang out with me. I've got a fun little episode planned today. I wanted to really, really dive into our morning routines. And yes, I know that might sound like, ugh, like nobody wants to talk about a morning routine, but I do because I think it's important and I think that it affects your entire life. You may just think it's an hour in the morning before you head out to work, but when you really think about it, your morning routine sets up your entire life. There's Kona, if you're watching on video, special guest every single day. If you think about your morning routine and what you do every morning, it literally sets the tone for your day. Your day sets the tone for your week. Your week sets the tone for the month and the year, and so on and so forth, and eventually sets the tone for your life. So that's why this is so important to me. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today, because I have not always had the best habits around how I start my day. And I've become really, really, really intentional about this. And sometimes I'm still not perfect. And sometimes I still, when I wake up in the morning, do the things that I know I shouldn't do. And I feel it. I feel the angst, the terrible, just like yuck feeling. And so that's why I want to talk about it, because I think this can really change your life if you take control and really hone in on a good morning routine for you, because it's going to look different for all of us. We all have different needs, different wants, and I'm going to give you mine, and maybe you can just, it'll just give you like a foundation and an idea of how you want to start yours. First and foremost, I do have to say I am so cozy right now. I am not going anywhere outside today. Well, I did go outside. I just mean like I'm not leaving. I'm not getting in the car. I'm not going anywhere because it is snowing here in Boston and it is so beautiful. I love that my desk is right where it's at because I can just watch the snow falling and talk to you at the same time. My fireplace is going. I've got a cozy blanket. I've got some coffee. I'm just feeling today. This is my vibe. Having some weather, especially some snow, and being able to just like be home and just like enjoy this, because we have not had good snow here in the last couple of years. So I'm soaking this in. This is awesome. So yeah, super grateful, super thankful today. Let's dive into our morning routines. So the way that I really used to start my day was just toxic, and I think I did what a lot of people do, which is go straight for the cell phone, start scrolling. It would feel so good to just lay there in the bed, have the phone, and just like scroll through endlessly because it's mindless and you're just, you don't want to get out of bed, but get your brain off of whatever you have to think about for the day. And it might feel good in the moment, but ultimately, I'm going to go as far as saying that it's like almost ruining your life, because what you're doing is you are grabbing the cell phone, you're putting whatever you're looking at, if it's the news, if it's your friends and your family's news feed on social media, if it's your emails, if it's your bank account, like whatever you're looking at, it's causing you stress and it's not allowing you to start your day with your own thoughts and to, organize what you need to do for the day, or think about how you're feeling, or to meditate and just like get inside your body. Like when you go for that phone, man, like you're really just setting yourself up for failure. And again, like I still sometimes do this. Like I will wake up and I will just grab my phone because it's almost like an automatic response. Like you just kind of grab it, and before you know it, it's like, oh shit, like why am I doing this? Like this is not how I start my day. And it's, I make the intentional movement to put it down and not look at it. And sometimes it's like you have to force yourself. It's like, it's crazy how dependent we are on that, whatever it is, like whatever you're trying to get, like a dopamine rush, like I don't know. We all have it, I think, for different reasons. But my first point of emphasis is don't touch the cell phone. It's not going to do you any good. All that shit's going to be there later. Unless you are like, there is like some news you are just waiting to hear and you can't even think about, for example, I can just think about this like when I was waiting to see if I passed my nursing exam to get my license. Like, okay, I would have wake up. That's the first thing I'm going to do is to see if those results are in. Like, fine. That is a different situation. It's a one day, couple day thing, whatever. But my point is, when comes to your everyday, your daily routine, don't look at it. Give yourself some time. And I know that this can be difficult, and it may sound simple, but it's really not. If you're in the habit and that's what you do every morning, it's hard to break that. Like when you wake up, it's the first thing you think about. So what I challenge you to do is when you wake up in the morning is if you're someone like I said who grabs it normally and starts scrolling, give yourself 5 minutes to start. Start the first couple days with 5 minutes. Be intentional, 5 minutes. Get up or just lay there in bed and just think and let your own thoughts come. Start small. After you do that, maybe up to 10, then up to 15, up to a half an hour, and get to a point where it's like, this is a good time for me. Like for me, I like, 30 or 45 minutes is usually good time for me to where I feel like I've settled into my body. I've gotten some other things done. I've woken up. I have my own thoughts circulating. And then it's okay to, grab my phone and do what I got to do. I still try not to like dive into social media because it's like a vacuum, just sucks you in and like, it's like you can't get out. It's this vortex that you just like get into and then you're like down the rabbit hole. You're clicking on one thing, going to the next, going to the next. You think it's going to be 5 minutes. And before you know it, it's like you've wasted an hour on your phone. What I do in the morning to kind of help with this and to, you know, keep I have kind of two different routines and I'm going to go through them both. So on days that I work in the hospital, where I'm currently working, I have to be there by 8 in the morning. So what I do is I get up at 5:30, and I do this because I like to take my dogs out, and whether that's just for like a little walk in the morning or just like get them outside to go to the bathroom or just like throw the ball, like I just like to have that time. It's good for me because it gets me outside. Even in the wintertime in New England, yes, it's possible. Just put a coat on, scarf, gloves. It gets you outside. It's good for you. So that's how I usually start my day. The first thing in the morning, I roll out of bed, get the dogs, let's go. And then I come back inside. I make breakfast every single day. So if Kai is still sleeping, I even make him breakfast. And breakfast, coffee, protein shake, all the things that nourish my body, nourish my brain. I try to get that in as well. Every now and then, throw my AirPods in, start listening to a podcast. But again, I'm really conscious of that. And I try to at least give that like a half an hour before I throw anything else into my brain, because I just think it's so important to have your own thoughts and to formulate your own outlook for the day, your own plan for the day without having all this outward stuff coming into your brain. And the next thing that I do is I grab my gratitude journal and I write in here. I love this journal. I write in this every day. I've been doing really good and I'm really proud of that because it's not easy. It's getting easier because it's becoming a part of my just daily life and my habits, but I write what I'm grateful for. I write my goals and my vision, and a little quote that I am living by right now. Like I just write that down. It gets me just, again, in my own body. My own thoughts are coming out. I'm seeing what I'm working towards. I'm seeing what I want. I'm physically writing it down. And it's so helpful. It's so, so helpful. And I really have to shout this out again. Again, I told you I'm going to shout out people every episode because I love to give people credit where credit is due. I got this from Rachel Hollis. Same thing with the hat. Start today. I got this practice from her, and it's been life changing. It has really changed my life. I am a huge advocate for writing things out, writing what you're grateful for, writing your plan, your goals, your vision, anything that you can just to like get it out and to physically write it and see yourself doing it's life changing. So do it. It's very easy. It takes me like at first, it took me a little while, but now, it takes me like 15 minutes, but I take my time with it, 15 to 20 minutes, because I'm intentional. I try to visualize what I'm wanting to achieve and what I'm looking for. And so I think that's very, very important. And then the next thing I do is I have my planner here. I kind of go through that and, just kind of reminds myself where I'm at, what I've got going on. And it's just kind of a good little foundation for me. So these are on days that I work, again, at the hospital. So at this point, by the time I've had breakfast, had coffee, and written in my journal and looked at my calendar, it's like probably like 7. And I try, if it's during the week and there's traffic, I really try to get out of my apartment by 7:15. So at that point, literally the 15 minutes I have left, and this is where I'm thankful that it doesn't take me long to get ready. I literally go to the bathroom, I do my hair, I brush my teeth, do my skincare, whatever it is, and I hit the road, grab my stuff. I have my lunch. I try to have that packed the night before. If I don't, quick pack it in the morning, and out I go. And that's my routine for the days that I work. On the days that I'm off, it really, really depends because sometimes we'll go to the gym earlier. So if we get up, but it's the same idea. I don't touch the phone. I try not to touch the phone. Again, sometimes I fail, but I really try not to touch the phone. Same thing. If I go early to the gym, it's a quick bite in the morning, take the dogs out, get to the gym, come home, start my day. If I'm going to go to the gym later in the day, then my morning kind of starts the same as I would when I work. It's the journal, it's the breakfast, coffee, dogs outside. It's the same idea, there's the same things that I'm doing, and it might be different order because I don't like monotony. I get very weird about things that are monotonous. I need to change it up a little bit. So I don't make the same exact thing for breakfast. I have a few things that I make, but I switch it up. I try to just do different things because my brain just does not like the routine monotonous life. It's just not for me. But on the other note, it is good to have some stability, and a foundation is super, super important. So that's what I got for you today on this Coffee with Colt segment is establish that morning routine. I promise you, you will feel so much better. You will feel so much different. It's helpful to have a foundation to wake up to in the morning, and you're not scrambling to what do I got to do? You already know you're going to wake up, you're going to get X, Y, and Z done before you touch your phone. And it just sets the tone, and you're not feeding all this negative nonsense and bullshit into your head because it's everywhere. Your phone is literally set up, social media is set up to keep you sucked in, so it's going to feed you those negative things because people that's where you get the clicks, that's where you get the likes, that's where you get sucked into, is when it's oh my god, this is happening here. And it's yes, it's good to be informed. I believe that's true. It's important to stay informed and to know what's going on to an extent. And some of us can handle more than others. And I'm one of those people that I can't handle knowing everything. I don't want to know everything that's going on. The big important things I like to be informed and to know about, but that's kind of it. I don't watch the news. My partner watches the news, and I'm always why are you watching that? That is so depressing. He'll turn on the Hawaii news, and it's shooting here, stabbing here. Ugh, I don't like that. It's just, why start your day like that? Love you, Kai, but I don't know why you start your day that way. Anyway, cheers to you. Have a good cup of Joe this morning. Whatever you're having. I know I try to include everybody. If you don't like coffee, your orange juice, your apple juice, your tea, your protein shake, your water, whatever it is you're having, cheers to you. Let's establish a good, healthy foundation for your morning and start there. I think it's going to be really life-changing for you. And let me know how it goes. I want to hear. Follow me on socials at Colton Lord 17 on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, Colton Lord, TikTok, Colton Lord 17, or YouTube at Colton Lord. And I want to know if you're starting a practice that changes your morning and how it makes you feel, because it's important. It really, really is. I'll leave you with that. And as always, I'm so grateful that you came by to hang out with me and start your morning with me. And we'll catch you next time on the Mile 17 podcast. See you guys later.